Dobry, dzień dobry everybody, welcome back, привет, cześć, czołem, welcome, oh yeah, it is already bonjour, and willkommen, cześć, czołem, and of course, howdy, welcome back to Call of Juarez Gunslinger with me, Red Polscorp. Last time, we had a little bit of falling out with Emmett in Coffee with one of the Dalton brothers. Hashtag Lucky Luke. Well, let's take a look who we're following this time in the life of Silas Greaves. Right? Bounty hunter is still my name. Over the years, Silas Greaves became a famous bounty hunter. His main ambition, however, was to get his revenge on Bob Bryant. Yo, let's get moving.
We'll get those suckers!
It took me a couple of days to track the Daltons down.
Somewhere in Missouri.
They can't get away with this!
And in that time, a whole posse of local vigilantes offered to lend a hand.
We'll track them to the ends of the earth.
They seemed as determined as me to find those outlaws. But as we headed into those swamps, it was like I had my own private army. There was no way those boys were getting away this time.
It was early fall, right? Beautiful time of year. At least you had the weather on your side.
Not by my recollection. It was damp and foggy as hell. It was tough to stay on a true course, so we kept an eye out for landmarks.
Nice. Something here. Fucking mosquitoes.
It was autumn. The maple trees were in full color, red as blood. The rains that year were torrential, so the whole area was flooded. The vigilantes had spread out wide, and pretty soon I couldn't see anybody.
Bury them in the swamp! Plant them where they stand!
Except for some bitches ahead of me wanting to do me harm, so I had to face them alone. I wondered why my compatriots didn't come running when they heard the shots.
That's a good question. Again, one of those buildings to see the nugget of truth. There we go. Black Bart. Hey! That's a nice song. They call him Black Bart Pirouette, the highwayman, poetry man. Something like this. I don't know this. The poetry highwayman. Charles Earl Bowles, better known as Black Bart, was undoubtedly among the Wild West's most unusual stagecoach robbers. British by birth, Black Bart was a polite man known for his manners and refined taste. It is difficult to believe that such a gentleman bandit really operated in California and Oregon in the 1870s and 1880s. Legend has it that on at least 2 occasions he left handwritten poems at the scene of the crime. This one from 1877. I've labored long and hard for bread, for honor and for riches, but on my corns too long you tread, you fine-haired sons of bitches. Black Bart never lacked personal charm. After getting out of jail, he was asked by a journalist about the return to his criminal ways. He answered with a smile, "No, gentlemen, I'm through with crime." Then another reporter wanted to know if he would write any more poems. Black Bart laughed and replied, "Now didn't you hear me say that I'm through with crime? He never fired a gun during any of his robberies, and all of them were done with him getting to the crime scene. on foot due to his deeply held fear of horses. Silas, that you? And she just hates. Let's get moving. Let's get moving. Let's get moving. Scheißegal.
So did you find the Daltons?
Not yet, but I did have the questionable pleasure of meeting a few of their friends.
Howdy, motherfucker. Yeah, just kill the man. Something you would do too, buddy.
The boys had established quite a reputation by that time, so they attracted all manner of riffraff to their cause.
Where? Holy shit, no. Yeah, can't hide from dynamite, you say. Holy shit. Holy mother of shite. Okay, buddy. Okay, that's it. That's not good at all. Yeah, of course. Bunny, bunny. Bunny, bunny. Bunny, bunny. Bunny, bunny. Oh, just right to the left.
Point being, I was under serious attack.
And I'm dead. Ain't that wonderful? You foreigners. Sons of bitches. You say you can't hide from dynamite? Isn't this kind of the same? You're me, just as always, buddy.
Miss me, moron!
I didn't want to hit you, at least directly. Yeah, get away with your No. Just like in Call of Duty, I'm taking some cover. I don't want to know where that went. Definitely not. Holy shit. Where? Oh, I can't hear you, no?
You ready for a belly full of butt shot?
Actually, I prefer beats myself.
And my reinforcements was nowhere to be seen.
Very much. Aren't you better? Murder destiny. Because you're so much better
Luckily,
than me.
a barn materialized as if right before my eyes. I scrambled up top to get a better view.
Barn.
But just ended up falling inside.
So, how did you get out?
The barn doors was open. About right then, I saw some suspicious characters running for the bushes. Of course, I followed them. But that goddamn swamp was like a goddamn maze, and pretty soon I had no goddamn idea where I was.
You almost
Steve?
sound worse than me. Goddamn.
So I just started walking, and pretty soon, Steve!
Huh? Oh, no, I'm listening.
Indians surrounded me from all sides.
Wait, what? Indians here! Indians here!
Indians? There were Indians?
No. I just wanted to make sure Steve was paying attention. Now, where was I?
With
You were
Indians.
following the Daltons through a swamp?
That's right. See, Steve? Dwight's paying attention.
No, I'm listening. I was just resting my eyes.
And your brains.
where was I?
The Daltons.
Right. See, there's a reason so many outlaw gangs are made up of brothers. Being a brother is a very sacred thing. It's a bond like no other.
Bounty hunters! Stop that, son
Brother, there's no
So did you
other
ever
like-
find the damn Daltons?
Not yet, but I did find a few of their cousins. You Kansans breed like rabbits. More Smiths or Heimhoffers or who knows what. Hell, what's more important than family? I bet Ben knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man. What's he talking about? I don't know what he's talking about. My family was always like, yeah, well, you don't listen to us. I'm gonna give you that's a fucking asshole. Oh my goddamn fucking shit. Actually, not an asshole. They just hit me on the ass with it.
Bounty hunters! Stop that, son bitch!
You just say some bitch today. I don't like this. Just die. Desperado, extra damage for combos. Be more deadly in your killing frenzy. Up to 4th level combo, your bullets will inflict 100% more damage. Thanks for the black streak, by the way. Yeah, right here. Concentration for blast. Shut down my capacity. My kobolds means more experience. Why is there a fucking Just fucking die. Thank you. Well, actually, I just died. Motherfucker, you just killed me. I'm not happy with it. At least I killed him. Oh, mother. That's not fast, buddy. And dead again. Ain't that wonderful? I'm getting fucking dizzy now. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Where's my rifle? I'm taking my fucking trusty rifle now. That's it, that's it, that's it. Shit. That's shit. That's it.
I knew those Dalton boys were out there somewhere, standing together against anyone who would threaten me.
Just like brothers should do, ain't it? Well, I wouldn't give for a brother, but instead I've got a lot of sisters, brother. Ah. Now I almost broke my fucking legs. behind me and in front of me.
And that's when I saw it. A goddamn steamboat.
A steamboat in a swamp?
Yeah, Steve, but this wasn't much more than a wreck, really.
But how'd a damn steamboat end up in the swamps? Guess
I
it
know.
floated off during the flood of '89.
Now, was it a stern wheeler or a side wheeler?
What? Does that really make a difference, Steve? It was a steamboat with a goddamn army on board. It was then that a fusillade of bullets come raining down from
Silas Greaves!
and those vigilantes who accompanied me weren't anywhere to be found. But among those men who shoot at me, I thought I saw some familiar faces.
Well, California is west of Egypt. Look here. All shoot. It was steamboats. Well, the founding fathers of the United States were writing the Declaration of Independence in 1776, so when France, the first successful steamboat, was completed. In the United States, the first steam-powered boat was built by John Fitch in 1787. 11 years later. By the first half of the 19th century, American rivers were teeming with steamships. It was a blessing for the economy. River transport was much faster and cheaper than any kind of land transportation. Numerous ports and shipyards appeared. The ships themselves needed maintenance and dock workers, and all that meant new jobs. Of course, early steamboats were far from perfect. Many sunk for a number of reasons. Boiler explosions and fires were common causes of accident between 1811 and 1899. 567 steamboats were lost in the United States. Despite that, people were eager to use this new means of transportation. There were even the enormous ballast steamers built to ferry passengers and cargo across the North American Great Lakes in the mid-19th century. The Titanic was the largest steamship in the world when it sank and remains history's most famous and decidedly unlucky steam-powered ship. And then second half of the 20th century, steamers were almost completely replaced by diesel-powered ships. Okay. Of course.
Somewhere up there, the Daltons were waiting on me.
Of course, they have fucking Silas Greaves.
Sounds like you don't give up too easy.
That's the kind of man I am, Ben. I set out to do something. I do it. Surrender just ain't in my nature. Plus, I'm stubborn as hell.
Okay. The Gatling gun, built by Richard Gatling in 1861 and first deployed in combat during the Civil War, the multi-barreled Gatling gun was one of the precursors of the modern machine gun. But unlike modern machine guns, it was not fired automatically, but rather operated by a gunner who had to crank it. During each turn of a hand crank, each barrel fired a single shot, after which it ejected the spent cartridge, loaded a new round, and in the process cooled down. This allowed for a high rate of fire without the barrel overheating. The Gatling gun offered an unheard of high rate of fire and was relatively easy to reload. In the right hands, they were a devastating weapon. Gatling guns were finally replaced by the self-powered Maxim machine guns that used recoil energy to eject spent cartridges and insert fresh ones. In its prime, however, the Gatling gun was a fearsome weapon. Just like the HK-416 or HK-417 right now, ain't it, buddy?
You rule the day.
Rule the day of what, buddy? Sunny honey, buddy. That's why you always work alone as a bounty hunter, ain't that right? Well. Let's take a little look.
Right about then, much to my relief, the vigilantes finally arrived. Their leader motioned at a cabin in the middle of the top deck. pointing me directly at the Daltons. I finally had them, after months of dogged pursuit.
Nice bandoliers, buddy. Nice. Nice. Well.
But it turned out that they had me.
Take him out!
Not
I'm
again.
sending you to hell!
Goodness. Nice goodness.
The Daltons had played me like a
Tough
fiddle.
after all, is it?
Apparently, the vigilantes were on their damn payroll. They didn't just want to shoot me. They wanted to burn me alive. But finding my way out of a burning labyrinth proved to be quite a
It
challenge.
was a riverboat, right? I mean, it's not like it was a goddamn ocean liner.
Well, yeah, but I was in a
Did you
fight.
hear about that ship that's gonna launch next year? Largest one in the world.
Hey.
You're talking about the Titanic. If you ask me, it's too blessed big. I don't think it was flood.
So anyway,
Don't be stupid, Steve. They know what they're doing. They say that the Titanic is unsinkable.
oh God.
But getting back to that steamboat, how'd you get off it, Mr. Greaves?
Thank
I
you.
took in a lot of smoke that day, so I admit my recollection might be a bit hazy. But somehow I managed to finally disembark. It was time to settle this once and for all.
Points here. Is there something where I can get even more points? More concentration weight shots into what? No, the first steady aim. Protection sounds good. Extra damage from combo. Concentration to the roll. Yep. Oh shit,
Bob and Brad weren't about to come at me one at a time. They were in this together. Two brothers side by side, determined to
shit.
take me down. Confident that this time the odds were on their side.
Wolf, you will draw first. I was much too slow. I wasn't even expecting. Come on, buddy. Come on, rat. Rat. Ah, shit. Rat. Come on, buddy. Come on! Why can't I concentrate? Come on, focus, you dumbass fucking idiot. Can't do anything, you're one of the best. And one of the deadest. So he shoots to the left and I have to, yeah. But was it 100?
got it
both.
wrong. A sad end for those two. If they'd only known that Emmett was still alive despite his wounds. Paroled 14 years later, he moved to California and sold real estate and lived off the legend of that fateful day. And the tragic death of his two brothers.
It's actually sad. Okay, everybody, I thank you all for being here with me on this wonderful, wonderful path of gaming. I wish you all to stay healthy, stay strong, everybody. Oh yeah, don't forget, every one of you, please like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget. And the greatest thing you can do for me is to keep on ripping. God damn, I hate myself. Well, maybe more to this next time. Thank you, everybody, and goodbye.